Yeah, this is Tactical Red, and you're on Tactical United. And Ollie's just done his his clown of a press conference. Clown. Man wants people to believe that COVID. He's using COVID. I couldn't wait for him to use this old chestnut. COVID. There's no fans in the stadium. He's been dropping little hints here and there, like that. He's been dropping we've had no fans. It's a bit weird without the fans. It's a bit weird. He's putting it in there. He's been subliminally putting it in football fans' minds that COVID is the reason why we're not performing, even though we got top three when we had no fans. But let him use all the excuses he can. He's desperate. He's desperate. It's just desperation, people. Desperation live on TV. When you watch Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, desperation, and he acts cocky, but he's just overplaying it. He's overplaying it. He's not cocky. He's not comfortable. Come on now, what? 15th. What? Lost his to Arsenal when Besiktas draw 0-0 draw at Chelsea. Tottenham 6-1. Crystal Palace. Lucky to beat Brighton. We've only played 2 good games. In my head, we played 2 good games. Newcastle and Leipzig. No other games have we played good. Nothing could we've done. 2 games out of 10 or whatever it is. 2 games out of 10, 11. A couple League Cup games here and there. I don't rate it. Luton and whoever else we played. Can't even remember. You know what I mean? Ultimately, Ollie's out in it. I said this from the day one, from the beginning, and I said this. I tried to jump on the bandwagon. When we was, do you know what? When we was beating Bournemouth 5-2 and all that, I was excited. As a fan does get excited, but I'm okay, we got a team here, but I still believed. I still never ever one day believed fully that Ollie's the guy. I never believed it. I've never have. And, this press conference just shows how much of a soft, weak man he is, making excuses for COVID, talking about, these players are paid. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's paid. How much are you guys paid? Yeah? How much money do you get paid? And he gets 4 million a year for things that you and I know better than him. And he's getting 4 million. Where's the ambition from Ed Woodward and the board for Man United? Where is the ambition? How can you have this man in charge of Manchester United? How? When you know he's tactically inept, when you know that he's soft, when you know that he doesn't act like a leader. These guys have had conversations with this guy. They must realize this guy is not serious. Unless Ed Woodward likes people like that. Maybe Ed Woodward's like that. I've met Ed Woodward. I've spoke to Ed Woodward before, by the way. I asked him questions and he's soft too. I can just tell by his energy. I've spoken to the guy. Asked him a couple of questions about Man United. He gave me the answers. Maybe he was scared. I don't know, but he told me things. Do you know what I'm saying? I've met Ed Woodward. But you know what? For me, this is not a surprise. And I've told you guys before, I really want to lose against Everton. And I know people will be like, oh, you're not a Man United fan. How can you really? We're going to lose. La, 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 la. I hear that. I hear that. I get it. I don't know why I want us to lose, apart from the fact that I can't stand Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Apart from the fact that I would put Man United first to the point where I think that we should be winning titles and we should never accept anything but trying to at least win titles. Nothing less. For the amount of fans we have, for the money we have, for the success we've had over the last 30 years, we should be going for nothing less than trying to win titles. Minimum requirement. Minimum requirement. None of this top 4 rubbish. None of that. We should be guaranteed top 4 every year with the amount of money we spent. Man City are with the amount of money they spent. Liverpool are with the amount of money they spent. But why are we not? Because we've got poor board and we've had poor Mourinho, we've had poor David Moyes. Let me go through the managers quickly, just because to everyone who thinks that it's it's changing again. How many times is the board? I'm sick and people blaming the board. The managers are the issue. The board gives them what they want. The board provides Ollie with how much? 300 million. He spent 300 million. He's only had, this is his second full season, and he's already spent 300 million. You cannot tell me he hasn't been backed. He's been given money. Oh, he wants Sancho and Upamecano too. He wants to spend 400 million in less than 18 months of being a full-time manager. You want to give him 400 million in 18 months? Is that what you're saying? 400 million in 18 months. That's more than that. Sancho will be another 100. So that's 400. Upamecano will be 50. That's 450. And what? We need a DM too. Jeez, man. You guys want everything. Like, honestly speaking, we've never been a club that's just bought everyone. We've never done that. Never, ever, 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 ever have we been that type of club to just buy everyone and get it all sorted in one season. We've never done that. But what we have been, especially under Fergie, is been very selective in who we sign and how we sign these players. And what we aren't, especially under Ole, because I'm Mourinho and Van Gaal to an extent, but I still think Van Gaal was still shrewd in the market. First season, he went a bit mad. Second season, he bought 3 players shrewdly, especially Martial. You know, Depay was a shrewd signing, just didn't work out. As soon as Mourinho came, he got rid of Depay. You know, but you know, he was shrewd in his signings. Do you know what I mean? Like shrewd signings. But Mourinho just bought bait players, and Ole's done the same thing, just bought bait players, and then Mourinho threw his toys out the pram when he didn't get the money. He didn't want to. Like, let's not remember, people talk about, Mourinho didn't get backed. But he would have sold Martial and bought in Perisic. No. He would have bought Jerome Boateng. No. No. He wanted Harry Maguire too. Let's not forget, Mourinho wanted Harry Maguire as well. Let's not forget that. But, you know, he hasn't been burnt. The decisions he was making was poor. Ole's been back completely. Poor signings. Only good signing we've signed is Van der Beek and Telles. Honestly, like, Bruno, I'm sorry. You have shown yourself to be a one-trick pony, a penalty king, Bruno Fernandes. You know, assist blind assists. Like, you might as well you pass and you hope for the best. Hollywood passing. That's Bruno Fernandes. He should be in Hollywood and he should be in a movie and just be doing Hollywood passes. That's all he should be doing in the movie, because that's all he is, a Hollywood passer. I can be a Hollywood passer. I can hit 1 out of 10. I can hit 1 out of 10. I can hit 1 out of 10. I can comfortably hit 1 out of 10. Through balls, over the top, slide it. I can hit 1 out of 10, because that's what Bruno's ratio is, 1 out of 10. 33 times he gave the ball away. 34 times he gave the ball away in that game. And we wonder why we haven't won the game. A real manager, like Poch, like Ten Hag, like Nagelsmann, like Marco Rose, will never allow Fernandes to be doing that on the pitch. Will never keep Fernandes on the pitch when he's giving away a ball 34 times and keep taking off Van der Beek, who had a 93 pass completion rate. That is Xavi, Iniesta, Scholes levels, yeah? For passes completion, that's Scholes, Xavi, and Iniesta. These are those numbers there, you know. Those are the proper numbers there, you know. And see Van der Beek, he will take risk passes too and complete it. Because his IQ is there. IX Academy, Harvard graduate. Trust me. Like, let's not play games with Van der Beek. Because Van der Beek is a baller. And Ole took him off and kept on Bruno, who gives away the baller. Do you know what I'm saying? It's mad. It's mad out here. I can't stand it. I'm just happy that everybody understands. Because I was sick and tired of hearing all these fan cams talk about how Ole's got tactics. It was driving my head, man. I'm like, what do you guys watch? He's got tactics. What? Because he pulled off a lucky win against Leipzig, but he never plays Van der Beek in that position. He's never even tried that formation before. Never even tried it. Got lucky with it. Then the next couple times he's tried it, it's fallen off. Don't tell me that's tactics. That's fluke out here. Come on now. I know fluke when I see it. Ole's a trickster. Ole's a Ginnels man. Yeah? Ginnels man. He will Ginnels your mind to believe something is like something. That's what he's doing with Ed Woodward. It has to be. It has to be the only reason why he's keeping him in the job, because he's Ginnels in his mind. Obviously, Ed Woodward doesn't know about football, so when Ole's talking to him about football, he can spin his mind and make him think things that he wouldn't think because he doesn't know anything. You know what I'm saying? He's standing there watching on the pitch, and if we don't score, he doesn't know what's going on. He just doesn't know what's happening. It's mad out here. It's mad out here in the place. But you know what? I am a little gassed because, do you know what? I do believe Ollie will get sacked. I think if we draw or lose against Everton, he has to get sacked. Like, I don't know, he's going to run to Norway and hide in, because that's what he does in the first couple of days, because he goes back to, I believe his wife lives back in Norway, and I know his kids are footballers. But yeah, he'll run back to Norway, take a couple of days there, you know, think that the pressure's going to calm down, he's going to hide from football. I know what he does, because he's in his own world, you see. He's going to hide from football and all that, and he thinks he's going to come back and, you know, come back on maybe Wednesday for training, you know. But no. He's going to get sacked. See, Ed Woodward, yeah? Ed Woodward, you will never know when you're getting sacked by Ed Woodward. He actually enjoys it. He actually enjoys sacking you when you don't think you know. He loves it. I'm telling you, like, he just needed to guarantee that the fans are on side with the sacking, because whether you like it or not, Ed Woodward doesn't like to upset the fans, you know. Trust me. He has to keep Blazers happy, but I do believe in my heart. This is what I believe. I have no evidence. I have zero evidence. But I do believe he doesn't like upsetting the fans. But he's paid to do a job for the Glazers, so ultimately he likes to make them happy. But you don't like upsetting fans. Trust me, you don't. So when he realizes that most fans don't want Ollie there, he'll be planning to chop him, bring in that Poch. Woo! I know. Me personally, I wouldn't take Poch. I don't know why my screen's going all dark. So now I'm just gonna spin it a little bit. Me personally, I would take Poch. But he wouldn't be my first. He wouldn't be my first choice. And I'm telling you, we could buy out Nagelsmann contract. We could buy out Ten Hag's contract. We could buy out, you know, we could buy out that man's contract. That man, what do you think that man are gonna stay at their clubs there? And they're gonna be like, "Wow, Man United want me." With Paul Pogba, Van der Beek, and all them, man, and you know, even though I think Bruno Fernandes is dead, they're still gonna think they can utilize him because they think they're top managers, innit? Like, you know, they're gonna think, oh yeah, that front three, Martial, Rashford, Greenwood, yeah, Cavani there, back up, yeah. They'll be like, yeah, we can do a thing with that. We can do a thing. Fred there, yeah, a couple little additions in the summer. Then we look at that, yeah, they can get top four with that team. Trust me. We can take any of those. I would take Marco Reus. I would just take him because I think with Nagelsmann, I don't know if he's a winner. And Ten Hag, Dutch league. That's all I can say. But Marco Reus, he won in Salzburg. He's won titles in Salzburg. And I know it's Salzburg, Austria. I know you're like, oh, but he was in Molde. You talk about Ollie. Ollie was in Molde. But Salzburg got to semi-finals of Europa League. Molde got nowhere near with Ollie. That Molde only doing good now because Ollie's not there. As soon as Ollie left Molde, by the way, I just like to inform guys who don't really know, because I study the whole of European football. There's nothing I don't know about European football. Let's not get it twisted. Ollie, manager, Molde, first season, well, it wasn't his full season, but first season, he won league, second season, won league. 2012 is the last time he won league. Didn't win the league after that. Left for Cardiff, came back, and never won the league. The season that he left Molde won the league. Molde are now in the same group as Arsenal. I know Arsenal battered them, but they're second in that group. And they never got to the knockout stage under Ollie. Just like you to know that. Even in Molde, they wouldn't take him back. Even in Molde, they're not touching him. But we are touching him. So mad. I'm going to leave it there.